Good morning, everybody. Excuse the state of me. Hay fever's absolutely ruining my life, and my hair is, well, that's what I was jumping on for, really. So I wanted to kind of add a little bit more to the video that I did the other day. Thank you for all the love and the comments on the last video as well. If you haven't seen it, feel free to go back to my channel and have a look. So kind of carrying on from the small story that I gave the other day. Obviously I lost my little girl Seren at 37 weeks. We had no real reason why it happened. And yeah, I think that at the moment I'm kind of putting a lot of things into perspective, and you know, things like seeing other people's babies that will be the same age around about now, so like 5.5 months. It's quite triggering, and these feelings are absolutely valid. Seeing any babies, any gender reveals, any other person announcing their pregnancy, it kind of gives you this jealousy almost, if that makes sense. And seeing people say things about babies and moaning about their kids, things like that quite trigger you quite badly. And I'm the first person to moan about my kids, but I don't ever do it on social media. But it is quite triggering to see other people moan when all you really want is your baby here. So I've got a friend whose daughter had a baby about a month after me, and every time I go around there, she asks me if it's okay or do you mind, and I say no, I don't mind, but I think afterwards it always hits me harder. Her little grandson's now, like I said, a few weeks behind what Seren would be. And it is quite hard to see the videos, because as soon as you see the videos, you know, as happy as you are for that person, it still hurts. It still hurts, and I think at the time of you saying yeah, that's absolutely okay, it still hurts, because it starts making you think, what would my baby be doing? You know, what would we be doing now? What, all these kind of little thoughts that are normal. I had to pause it then because I had to blow my nose for the millionth time today because my hay fever is awful. But yeah, I was just kind of obviously saying that, you know, everything triggers you, and I don't think from experience them triggers ever go away, because you're always going to wonder, you know, what would your baby be doing now? And on all the milestones, you know, every month, for me it's the second of each month, I think she would be this month old now. And excuse that, because apparently there's a stone going around in my washing machine thanks to my kids. So, for God's sake, kids don't. That's another story for another day. But yeah, I just wanted to jump on and kind of tell you the normality of how you're feeling, and it's absolutely okay to feel the way that you do. All your feelings are valid, and, you know, I just wanted to kind of put that out there, because I think, me personally, I have felt like this before. You kind of feel guilty for feeling these things, because you just want to be happy for the people around you. You just want to, you know, enjoy their moment, if you like. But all this time that you're kind of enjoying their moment, you're wondering about your moment. And the other thing I was going to talk about is postpartum hair loss. Never had it with other kids, but this time my hair was coming out in clumps. It was depressing. It was making me feel horrible. And that's kind of what I want to go on to. So, you know, you're going to feel at the beginning like you don't want to be here. You're going to have good days and bad days. You're going to have days where you want to be selfish and stay in bed all day. And all them things are valid. You know, you can do that if you want to. There's days that I'll do that. Days that I'll go on the school run and come back and get back in bed all day and nap or do whatever it is. Nothing. Scroll through social media. Watch videos of other people going through this, a bit similar to this. And I just wanted to kind of say that all the feelings that you're feeling are valid. I lost a lot of my hair just after, about 3 months after, and it depressed me and it made me feel awful. And I went to the hairdressers and they kind of said, we're not going to do your roots, because it's postpartum hair loss mixed with kind of anxiety and stress, if you like. And today I'm finally going to have a little bit of self-care, and I'm going to go and get it done, because it's growing back now slowly. So again, that's normal. So if you get to this stage where I got to, and I was kind of like feeling disgusting, feeling like I needed to look after myself a little bit more, because ultimately I don't think we think about ourselves in these situations. I don't think we tend to look after ourselves. I don't think, you know, some days right at the beginning I didn't even want to shower. Like, that's the reality of this. Like, you don't even want to get out of bed to have a shower. You don't even want to wash. And I know I've said this a million times, but all these feelings and how you're grieving and how you're healing yourself are all valid. So for me, I meditate, and I found at the beginning it probably wasn't that helpful, and I've done a few recently, and sometimes I feel they're helpful, sometimes I feel like someone's taking the mickey out of me. So for example, I did one the other day and it was kind of like, you know, feel how you feel if your baby was here. And I thought, well, I do that every single day, so why would I want to feel that in a meditation, when in the meditation I'm trying to take myself away from them feelings? And I think in time, as the healing journey goes on, I will understand more, you know, why they make you feel that, and, you know, to live in the moment of it. I don't know where people are watching from, so let me know in the comments if you're UK based, if you're America, wherever you are. I know that the process is a lot different for other people. So on Monday I started my bereavement counselling, and I'll be honest, I didn't find it very beneficial at all. If anything, probably made me feel a little bit worse, because all I wanted to do was just bear with me 1 second. Sorry about that, I was just doing cheese on toast and apparently I burnt it because I'm talking a lot. So yeah, there was not really a purpose to this video, more just to kind of say that you're not on your own and it's normal to feel all these things. And as time goes on, it definitely doesn't get easier, because obviously every milestone you're going to think about them. But someone said to me, turn your pain into power, which is why I'm doing these videos, because, you know, I feel like hopefully it's beneficial for other people to understand that how they're feeling is normal, and you're not on your own in feeling the way that you do. But also to kind of give a little bit of insight to where I'm at now at five months in. So I go to this, you know, my daughter's in the cemetery, like I said before in the last video. So I go there quite regularly, and I feel like, to me, that's me keeping her memory alive. I have a candle up there, and like a 9-day candle. So my thing is to make sure that I go there every day and like make sure the candle's still lit. It is very triggering, I will say that, because she's in the baby area. There's a lot of other parents there who have obviously got their babies there. And at night time we all go up there, and people play lullabies and stuff, and I think that's very triggering, because in my mind I just think we should be at home playing these lullabies to our babies. Again, these are all valid things, and this is kind of what I wanted to put out there today, that all these feelings that you are feeling are valid, and, you know, don't ever feel like you're on your own with them feelings, because you're not. And yeah, I've kind of gone off on a tangent, and I've kind of talked about a lot of different things. I've got ADHD, so it's a bit, you know, everywhere. But I just really wanted to kind of jump on and just tell you how I was feeling, you know, 5 months down the line. It doesn't get any easier. It's 23 weeks today since I gave birth. 23 weeks we've not had her here. 23 weeks we've had to kind of just adjust to her not being here, even though we couldn't imagine life without her before. It's normal to feel all these things, and that's kind of why I'm doing these videos, because every day is different. You know, today I'm looking like this strong mum. Don't think tomorrow I'm not going to be crying my eyes out all day. So on that note, I'm going to go. I want to do a few more videos in the future about, so, you know, what kept me going in them first few weeks, a few more preparation, what helps me in my healing process at the moment, and what has helped me to get to where I am now. Like I said, just because I look like I'm this happy-go-lucky, I can speak on YouTube kind of person, doesn't mean that tomorrow I'm not going to be an absolute crying mess. But yeah, thank you all for jumping on. If you are a mum, a bereaved mum who has lost a baby, it's a stillborn like me, I hate the word stillborn, then, you know, press subscribe. This video could help you, and if it doesn't help you, it might help somebody else that you know who's been through the same process, because everybody's living a different journey, and I think it's important that I kind of make people understand that you are not alone, and, you know, you've got to live for them. You've got to live for them. Like, they live within you now, and you've got to, like, with the, you know, with the raising money for a cuddle cut that I'm doing, like, that is what I'm doing for her name to live on. And if there's something like that that you can do for your baby to help their name live on, then I highly recommend it, because it gives you some focus. For me, you know, the first month was the funeral. I threw everything into the funeral that I had. I didn't really think about anything else around that, just the funeral. Then the funeral went by, and then I started making things out of resin with the funeral flowers and things like that, which I will show you on another video. But there is ways to do this, and you know, you need to find a hobby or something that you enjoy doing that takes you away from that. So with the resin, for me, I'd just put the radio on, I'd switch my phone off, and I'd just be in resin world, as I called it, for 2 or 3 hours a day. And I was making memorial things for her and putting the funeral flowers in resin. So I've got them now forever. Just things that will help you heal almost. And there's no time frame on it. That's the most important thing here. There is no time frame on it. We are going to be grieving for our babies forever. We're always going to be wondering what if. We're always going to be wondering what they would be doing now. And I think it's important that I share that. So I'm going to go now, because I've definitely gone off on a tangent. You all have an amazing day, and I will jump on again soon.